Hi, and welcome to Stay in the Loop, where we do not waste time. Instead, we get straight to the point. In the previous two videos, we learned some basic multiplication fact strategies and how to solve those in word problems. In this video, we will learn how to multiply two-digit by one-digit multiplication problems using the strategy, area model, and partial product. Now, allow me to put on my focals, and let's begin. This page just served as a reminder that although multiplication facts 10, 11, and 12 have two-digit by one-digit and two-digit by two-digit multiplication facts, these are still part of the 1 through 12 that students should fluently be able to know. So I just have these as a quick reminder for you. Now we're going to get to our first model problem, 18 times 6 or 18 groups of 6. Using the area model, we're going to first look at this word area, which means length times width. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the digits that I have available. So I have 18, which is a two-digit number, and I have 6, which is a one-digit number, which means my model only needs to be split maximum into two parts. As I look at 18, 18 can be decomposed into 10 and 8. 8 is in the ones place, 1 is in the tens place, so that is how that is expanded. And then 6 is a one digit, so it doesn't need to be broken apart any further. Area, again, length times width means that my equation in this box should be 6 times 10, which gives me the partial product of 60. Moving on to my next box, I still have a length of 6. I now have a width of 8, and that gives me a partial product of 48. I have nothing else to multiply. I have no other digits because I have multiplied that 6 times that 10 as well as the 6 times the 8. And now I just simply need to add them. So 60 plus 48 equals a product of 108. Partial product lends itself to the exact same thing, and you will notice very similar equation. So I'm just going to rewrite it vertically, and meaning I'm going to stack my numbers. And I'm going to first look at the ones place. The ones place is telling me 8 times 6, which again gives me the product of 48. And then my second equation, still multiplying that 6, but I have to make sure I include the 10. So 10 times 6 equals 60. As you can see, very similar setup. And when I add those up, I am also given a product of 108. Here's our next example, 32 times 8 or 32 groups of 8. And as I look at this problem again, finding the area model, I only have a two-digit number. So I only need to make sure that my box has those two sections. Again, 32 can be broken into 30. 3 is in the tens place, and 2, because that 2 is in the ones place. And my 8 is a single digit number. It cannot be broken apart or expanded. So we just leave that as 8. Going into my area again, that we know is length times width. I have my length of 8 times 30. 8 times 30 equals 240. And I know that because 8 times 3 is 24. So powers of 10 tells me that 8 times 30 is 240. Doing the same thing to my second area box, I have my length of 8. I have my width of 2. 8 times 2 equals 16. Nothing else to multiply, so I'm going to simply add 240 plus 16, which leaves me with a product of 256. Same thing as my last model problem. I'm just going to stack my 32 times 8, and we are going to notice the exact same set of problems, multiplication problems. Starting in the ones place, we have 2 times 8, which gives me a partial product of 16. And then we have that second set that we need to make sure that we cover, which is 30 times 8, which leaves me with 240. I rewrite those to add them, and again, I am left with the product of 256. Here's our last problem that we are going to do together, and that is 58 times 9. Again, I have that 2-digit number, so I'm going to make sure that my area model represents just those 2 boxes. 58 can be broken apart or decomposed into 50 plus 8, and my 9, again, is a single-digit number, so I can just leave it by itself. 9 times 50 is that first partial product, which leaves me with 450, because 9 times 5 is 45. So the power of 10 is letting me know that 9 times 50 is 450. And lastly, I have my 9 times 8, which equals 72. Nothing else to add, so I have my 450 plus 72, and that leaves me with 522. Again, I'm just going to rewrite my problem vertically, making sure that they are stacked. And starting in the ones place, I have 8 times 9, which equals 72. And then I have my 50 times 9, which represents 450. When I rewrite and add those 2 partial products, again, I am left with 522, So now we come to our part of our video where you have some independent practice time. So at this time, go ahead and pause so that you can work through those strategies on your own. Okay, I hope you had a really good work session. Here are our answers for the first 4 problems that we had. We have both the partial product strategy as well as the area model. And here's our second set. Again, just making sure that you have those partial products written correctly, as well as having the correct product. As always, I hope that you had an aha moment. Please subscribe and share. Bye now.